All right. Welcome everyone to our Riman orientation. We are so glad that you guys are here. My name is Susan Manuello, and I'm a senior director here with Riman. And we have some amazing ladies joining me tonight. We're going to walk you guys through how to get your business started. So definitely, I see the chat lighting up already with some hellos. Don't be shy. Maybe, drop a little, I'm new, or it's my first week, or maybe it's your first month, or where are you guys dialing in from? Are you from the US? What state are you in? We would love to give you guys a big, big welcome tonight. First of all, congratulate yourself for showing up. That is the number one way to go forward in any business, right? It doesn't matter what you have done in the past. You are starting your Remon business right now with us. And so we're so glad that you showed up so you could go up and that's what we're going to help you do tonight. So welcome. Oh my gosh, we've got from Mandy from San Jose. We've got Jermaine from Scottsdale's in the house. We've got Illinois, Michigan. I love seeing wherever you're calling in from. It's really cool to see how our teams are just growing across the nation and across the globe now as well as we know. So we're gonna dive in. Again, my name is Susan. I really am so excited to be here with all of you tonight. And I just want you guys to take a minute, make sure that you've got a notebook. There's going to be some really great information tonight, and it's a lot, right? So if it's your first orientation, it might feel a little bit like a fire hose, but don't worry because if you take a few notes and come back to us, we have these every Tuesday evening. And the reason for that is it's part of our Remon system. So not only do you get to plug in, but you get to bring your friends with you. So every single time that you have a brand new planner or business partner, you're going to plug them into this amazing system of Tuesday night learning how to access the tools that are there for you. And this is really my favorite part. When you get somebody started, it's like you probably are very, very, very excited about what we're using on our skin and our hair and our body. Like it's so amazing. But there's a little bit that you need to know about how to access, the information. And so that's why I want you to get a notebook and a pen so that you can be sure to understand this as we go through the information and just be open, no matter what business background you have, or if this is, the first time that you've ever done something in marketing, or maybe the first time you've ever experienced a beauty business, or especially K beauty, right? This is a time to just be open to the information. One of the things that I learned very early on in my career with this industry was you don't have to be the expert. You just simply need to learn what people before you have done to be successful. And so that's why we are here tonight to share our tricks, our systems, and the way that we've done the business because it's very, very simple. It's just all about you guys learning it, duplicating it, and like I said, plugging new people in every single Tuesday night so that they can understand the information as well. So let's get started. Okay, so we already welcomed you to Remon, but we're also going to go over tonight the support system that is there for you as you continue your business. And you guys, I want you to make a note at the very top of the paper. I want you to write this down. 90 days. Okay, 90 days. The reason why I have you write that down is it does not matter what you start, if it's a new, corporate job, a new part-time job, a new amazing K-beauty business with Remon, it's going to take you about 90 days to really understand what's going on, to really see the fruits of your labor because it's not overnight. And I'm going to tell you right now, at the beginning, when you start, getting customers, getting planners, you might feel like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to take off? But 90 days is when you really start to see the success and you really start to see those daily habits that you're going to learn right now start to pay off. So be patient, but we are here, and that's why you have a support system. We're going to help you launch your business, and of course, we're going to go over some announcements. So, first of all, again, if this is your first, time with Riman and you're getting to know the information, we like to go over a few of the things that make us the company that we are so that you guys can truly understand what you have your hands on because it is amazing. So this company was established in Korea in 2018, and you guys, in 5 years, just in the country of Korea, which is a population of about 50 million, they did over 2.5 billion in revenue. And that's with a ton of competition, thousands and thousands of companies that are considered K-beauty, right, in Korea. And this company put up that type of revenue. That was something that really stood out to me and still does because we've become the number one rated K-beauty brand. And that is why, after 5 years of being in Korea, doing that type of business and repeat sales, this company knew it was time to expand. And so just about 3 years ago, they came to North America, and truly we have been expanding ever since. Not only are we still like your neighbors probably don't even know what K Beauty is, right? That's what's so exciting about you guys getting involved in this business because you never know from your neighbors to someone all the way in Singapore or all the way in the UK and Spain, Ireland, Chile. You can have a business with Riman representing these incredible K-beauty products. So that's what we're all about. We're about rethinking, reimagining, and redefining. And that's from our product line, but that's also, that gets to be for you too, because now you have your own business within this company. And so you get to rethink your future. You get to reimagine what it might be like to make an extra $500. $1,000 or the sky's the limit. Why not shoot for 10, 20, $30,000, right? So you get to redefine that for yourselves as well. So keep that in mind that you are part of that exact same philosophy now that you have these incredible products and you get to take it around the world. So your support system. This is very important. This is where everything is housed, and you probably already have your username and your password so that when you go to Riman.com, this is how you access some of the tools that are there for you. And so when you go to Riman.com, you get to enroll new distributors. You get to enroll new customers, right? Those are the two main things that you want to do. But you also get to order these incredible products. And this is where we manage our sales reports, our business tools. We also have marketing tools. So whether or not it's on your laptop or on your mobile device, when you go to Riman.com and sign in with your username and your password, you're going to be able to access all of those amazing things. Okay. This is also showing you from your phone how to access what we call our RBO or our back office. Okay. This is a business snapshot that you'll be able to see your commission eligibility, your history of commissions as you continue to sell products, right? It's not going to happen day one, but as you continue, and also how to measure where you are for the month. So we're already at April 28th. If you are in your first month, you're going to see that you've been pulling in those customer sales, and you're going to see that every single product has an SP assigned to it, which is sales points, and BP assigned to it as well, which is our how we get compensated. So definitely take a look at that. Get with your sponsor because again, this is a lot of information. We're not expecting you to know this right away, but get with your sponsor to definitely understand as you go a little bit more about your back office. Now, this is an amazing feature that is extremely helpful as you represent our products. So if you're posting online on social media, or if you're simply just you met with a friend who wants to experience these incredible products, you can definitely share your link, your personalized link. However, you can create a bag. And why that would be important is because maybe there's, maybe the signature line is absolutely your favorite, or maybe you like to put a few things that are your favorites into a bag that you want to share with your friends. So this is how you do it. You again log in first with your username and password. You go to create a bag, and then you're going to find the steps right here. It's your mall link. You can, do customize link there. You can also customize your planner enrollment link here, and then your shareable social media link as well. So these are just different things that you can do on your personal mall. Okay. Then, oh, these are your country specific bags. Yes. So this walks you through how to customize your bag. Again, this is for sharing a certain, collection of products. It can be our signature Riman ritual, or you can add certain things. So this is a great way, again, to share the products, whether or not you're posting a link or sending it to a friend. So super great, super simple steps, and you can refer to these in our drive. So this is a perfect resource to go through these slides. If we're going through the information a little fast, you have access to it. All you got to do is go to exploreremon.com, and in there you will find all of our marketing materials. So right here, it's exploreremon.com/marketing. This is where you've got product one sheet available for you can purchase them, but you can actually print them as well from the drive. There's a ton of social media materials in here and all of our company videos. And again, like I said, these presentations as well, because we want you to feel empowered to share the information. So not only learning it, but also being able to share it. So number 3 step is launching your business. Now, this is when it gets really, really, really fun. So now that we have some of the business tips out of the way, right? How to access the back office, all the things. Now let's talk about you. Let's talk about your business plan. This one sheet is available in the drive under the business tools. So you can print this out, and I recommend that. I'm a little bit old school. Of course, I like the notes section on my phone, just as anybody does. But there is power in putting pen to paper, okay? Especially when it comes to your goals and the reason why you said yes, the reason why you're going to, get up every day, share this amazing opportunity. Yes, share the products, but why do you want to make money with this business? Why do you want to, continue to hit those ranks, planner, manager, senior manager, team leader, and above? These are very important steps. So I would definitely say, if you didn't already print it out tonight, be sure that you access it and go ahead and print that out. So we're going to get started. If you don't have it printed out, that's why hopefully you have a notebook and you can start to make some of these short-term goals right now. Okay, so remember I said, reimagine, rethink. That's for you too. So I don't want you to think of obstacles. I really want you right now to just take a deep breath, exhale, and write down, what is your short-term goal with your Riman business? What is it here to accomplish for you? Is it to pay off maybe a credit card? Is it to plan a dream vacation? I know for me, when I first got started, it was like, I just wanted the possibility of buying more expensive shoes. I don't know why. That was just like the first thing that came to my mind. It wasn't even really a thing after I hit some goals, but it was like, why not? Like, that would be fun. But what happened after 3 to 6 months was, talk about reimagining. The shoes didn't matter anymore. All of a sudden, it became way more important for me to pay off debt, to create more of a savings plan. Now, here with Riman, it's really important for me at this time of my life to think about retirement, to think about the many expenses that, my mom, in her aging, unfortunately, she's going through some medical things. So that is what this business is, my why and my short-term and long-term goals. Those are the things for me that are important. But what about you? So take this time to write down. Hopefully you already have that short term. Now think a little bit longer. What do you feel like is not obtainable right now, but in 2 to 5 years, do you want to go to Paris? Okay. Or maybe you live in Paris and you want to come to the United States. But what is it for you? Is it a dream home? Is it to truly give yourself financial security? Is it to invest in another business that's maybe like real estate or something really, really big like that? Those are the kinds of things that we want to challenge you guys to write down, because here with Riman, you guys, it is all about achieving those goals. And that's why we're here with you tonight, is to really expand that, expand your mind. And the last step on this worksheet here in this section is your why. Now, we're not going to be able to dig into that tonight. It takes way too long, and we have amazing ladies that are up next to train you on some more things. But I would say take some time after this call to really write not just a paragraph, maybe take a whole sheet of paper and write down what is it that really drives you to do this business. And you guys, I'm going to tell you a little secret. Your why can change. So it's okay. If you write down something right now, it might change in another month, 2 months, 3 months, you just never know. So, with that, I'm going to bring up our next speaker, and she is going to walk you through the steps to go from planner to senior manager. And you guys, this is an amazing lady. She has over 10 years of experience in this industry. She is so passionate. In fact, I would say that this is kind of your wheelhouse, Miss Lori, because you love helping people get from planner to manager to senior manager. And that's how you became an amazing team leader with our company here at Riman. So, Lori, I'm going to hand it over to you, my dear, to share the senior manager game plan. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Susan. Let me get my slides ready to go, guys. And welcome, whether you're here, this you just started, or that it's kind of a refresher for you. We are glad you're here and spending this time with us. And Susan is right. I love to share the numbers and how we get there. But if you're not a numbers person, don't turn your ears off now because we have all this information that you can get your hands on and listen to it again. But I want you to hear the power and the opportunity and when you start hitting these first few ranks. And it's just tremendous. So we've written down our why. We're all going to Paris with Susan now because we want to include that. I'm just kidding. Whatever your why is, she's so right. It can change. But I do love sharing the opportunity here. My background was a corporate background. Prior to being in this industry for 10 years, I was 22 years in sales and marketing. And so I absolutely love talking to businesses and understanding how they grow. And so when I became an entrepreneur, I had to change that total mindset. Now it was all up to just me, right? I'm the CMO, I'm the CEO, I'm the janitor, I'm the salesperson. I've got to do everything in this business. But the beauty of that is I get to do everything in this business. And that's what I absolutely love. So with this, let's talk about the senior manager. This is going to be where really things start to change for you. And so you're going to go from 10% at the planner rate to up to 30% in commission. So I want you to go ahead and put a date there for when you want to hit that goal. Susan talked about 90 days, but we can hit that sooner than 90 days. It's just the more we've heard it before, the faster you go, the momentum builds. But the most important thing about speed, and we can all have different goals, is consistency because momentum will build on the consistency. So let's break this down. So, how do you become a senior manager? What does that look like? Your qualifications are 2000 SP. So SP means sales points. You're going to see this as you start diving in your back office, BP's business points, but we're going to focus on SP sales points. So that's 2000 per month or 6000 over 3 months. You can get there a variety of ways. I heard on one of these orientations before a great analogy about step goals. And if we all have different step goals, or a lot of us track our steps, right? Some of us get a little more obsessed about it than others. I do with an Apple Watch. But we can get there different ways, right? We could go walk around the mall and pick up a few steps, or I like to play pickleball, so I bring some friends with me. I get a bunch of steps during pickleball. Or you can run on the treadmill certain days and you can get there faster. And so the point of that is that we all have a same goal in mind, but sometimes we can get there faster. And we want to show you how we can break that down. And so it's your choice how you want to get there. I ask that you stay open to learn from others and hear how they're building to that 6,000. So some people can get to the 6,000 really quick within their first few days, and some over 3 months. Either way, as long as you get to 6,000 sales points over 3 months. And that can come from your personal orders, your personal customer orders, your first level distributor orders, or your first level and their first level distributor customer orders. So it can be a combination of that. And so when we talk about how to get there fast, there's some kits we'll go through. And if you know that you're going to grow your business by doing a lot of parties, maybe doing events, doing trade shows, then it makes sense to jump in and get those kits for yourself, right? And that's getting there fast. If you're like, well, I think I may do some of that, but I also would love to have some friends come with me. If you and three friends joined with one of the larger starter kits, then that's a way to get there as well. Or if you want to go at your own pace and grow organic, talk to customers, do social media, then you can come in at any of those levels of the starter kits. Again, we'll talk about that. And that's how you can build up three different ways in those examples to the 6,000. So once you become a senior manager, there is a commission release qualification of three active customers. By the time you're at 6,000 SP, that's easy breezy to have that because you'll have customers naturally. And so that's just one of the qualifications there. So what does this commission look like? 30 to 40%. So at a minimum, when you hit this rank, you'll start earning that 30%. How does that broken down? Personal and first level. So your own personal and first level planners underneath you. That brings you to the 25% base commission. And then you have an additional 5% on your open group. And we'll kind of break that down in just a second. Unlimited levels of commission, and you can unlock 4 levels of uni-level. So you're downline with just simply 1,000 sales points and 10 customers. This next piece I absolutely love, a really cool top retailer bonus. If you like sharing products and you like selling products, boy, can you get rewarded pretty easily. 2,000 additional sales points or 2,000 sales points with 20 active customers. So that's any customer. They don't have to be new, it can be existing customers in that month. You'll go ahead and pick up an additional 5%. And then at 4,000 sales points or SP and 40 customers, you get an additional 10%. And then on your personal orders, this is really cool. A lot of companies don't pay on your own personal orders. So with the personal order rebate program, you get 12.5% cash rebate back, but you also get it in Riman dollars. So you can use that as credits to buy additional products. And of course, the additional 5% open group we talked about. If you're a visual person, sometimes this helps to break it down a little bit easier. So you're at 30% senior manager, and on your customers, you'll see there that correlates to 30 to 40%, 25% plus the additional 5% open group, and then 10 if you hit the retailer bonuses. A planner underneath you is they make 10%. So you take the differential or the difference there. 30 minus 10 is 20. So this is when you can start having some additional earnings on your team and your downline, plus that open group commission. If you have a manager that's direct to you, their earnings, you would earn 10% because they're earning 20%. So you take the differential there. And then a senior manager, if you're a senior manager, you have another senior manager, you're still secure with the 5%. So I love that piece there. And then on the right there, they show unilevel, the different percentages for the 1 through 4 levels. Again, if you're like, wow, that's a lot of information, there's a great comp plan video that you can go through and kind of breaks this down even further. So with that, your hit senior manager, it is a great opportunity to start earning some real money in this. But then the next level is the team leader game plan. This is where things can really change. If you started as your why as kind of part-time money and you want to go ahead and take this to even full-time money, there's an opportunity here with the team leader commissions. And how this is going to break down, it's going to look very similar, just some bigger numbers here. And this is when you start finding those other senior managers and there's other people ready to build. So your commissions here start at 40%. Unheard of. I've done a lot of sales throughout my career in other companies, and that's just a tremendous number there. So let's break this down a little further. As you can see, this slide looks really similar to the last one. It's just going to be some changes and some different numbers. So how do we get there? So we talked about senior manager was 6,000 over 3 months. A team leader is 10,000, but you have 5 months to get there. And when you're starting to build a team and get some other senior managers, that momentum can grow really, really fast. And so that's what the opportunity there. And I encourage you to continue to learn from others, and the duplication process is what starts to happen here. So you do need 3 senior managers. And then the commission release qualification for this rank is five active customers. As a team leader, I can assure you, you're even just have a few customers that you're organically and maybe you're more team focused, then five is still easy. And then if you're a product focused person, it is no problem that you get the five active customers. So in the team leader commission, you have the opportunity, you are automatically are locked in at 40%. That's another thing I failed to mention is that once you hit these ranks, guys, you lock into these rates for life. And that is just an incredible opportunity for earnings at any of these as management levels. So 40 to 50% is where we're starting here. So 40% base commission. So that comes from your customers. You also start having opportunity, even greater opportunity with your downline or your team with 3 generations of leadership match. So we'll break that down in just a second. And then unlock 6 levels of the unilevel with 1,000 SP or 10 customers. So as you can see, that number gets even greater for the opportunity for your income. Same thing here. The top retailer bonus kicks in. That brings in the 40 to the 50. If you have 2,000 in sales points and your 20 customers, you'd get an additional 5%. And then the 4,000 sales points, you at 40 customers, you get an additional 10%. So that top retailer bonus is the same for the different ranks that each one that we just talked about. And then on your own personal orders, you will get 20% cash rebate and 20% in Riman dollars, which you can use as credits to purchase products. So again, back to the visual, if you're looking at this and I'm at a team leader and I'm selling products, as you can see on that first part of the slide, the customer, you have the opportunity to 40 to 50% and you're locked into that. Then for planner, you have a planner underneath you, right? So you would take the differential. A planner makes 10%. So 40 minus 10%, you're earning 30% on that sales from that leg right there, plus the 5 to 25% on that team leader open group commission. Say you have a manager that's direct to you, and so that manager is making 20%, so 40 minus 20, you get 20. And then if you have a senior manager, the 40 minus 30, because that's what they make, you would make 10%. So you can see there's a lot of opportunity to pick up in the differential there. And then also on the unilevel, as you can see, those first through 6 levels, it starts at 5 and goes down to 3. But one of the coolest things about the team leader opportunity is the generation leadership match. So you have the opportunity to match down to 3 generations up to 40% on their check. So it's encouraging you to pour into your team to help your team become team leaders because while you're still a team leader, even at that point, and you get a team leader, you have an opportunity to continue to earn with the check match. So I love that this piece of it encourages you to help build and support your team and kind of grow together. And then again, that's also shows the retailer and then the rebate program as well. So how do we think about it? 50,000 can seem like a lot, right? But you want to become like a senior manager factory maker, right? Focus on the senior managers because if you bring in the senior manager and they bring in a senior manager, that's where the duplication, the momentum, and the consistency starts to build fast. So instead of thinking about it as 50,000 just from you, 6,000 is a senior manager. So what does that look like? 9. But if you start with 3 core folks, and get them to get a few more, that's how this can grow over those 5 months or sooner to get to that team leader position. So basically, duplications of senior managers is the fastest way to become a team leader. That's where it happens. That's where it gets really exciting to build and pour into your team, and you can grow in this together. So I hope that helps you. Again, it's a lot of numbers coming at you pretty fast, that there's more of the comp plan videos that you can watch. And I encourage you to get with your sponsor, but I also encourage you just to start running. We're sharing links of products. We're walking billboards of our skincare. You can organically, when someone says, what do you do? And you say, I sell Korean skincare. I'm a rep for Korean skincare. Watch the magic happens. People are just don't even know what to say, and it automatically will start a conversation for you. So get out there, be a product of the product, and take the time to learn from the other folks. So with that, I get to introduce one of my favorites, and one of the reason probably we are here. Brianna Michael, who is a senior director. She is a rock star in the industry. She's been in the industry for 15 years. I had the opportunity to know her briefly before and get to know her even better now, but she's from Houston. She is a recovering people pleaser, and if you know her, you know that's a true story. And what I love about that is she almost left the industry, which I can't even imagine, almost left and quit because she was a people pleaser. And then she decided, nope, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to plug into the system and I'm going to go. And she is by far the most inspiring and just tremendous leaders I've ever worked with in all of the businesses I've been in. So with that, Bree, take over.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lori. Your gift is in the mail for all those lovely compliments. Um, yeah, it is true. I did almost quit before I got started because if you have been a people pleaser, the problem with that is sometimes you care more about what other people think than what you think. And the problem with that, in this industry or in sales, it can really affect you opening your mouth and sharing. And so I almost quit before I got started because I was more worried what other people would think about me. And I'm so grateful that somebody saw some potential in me before I saw it in myself. And if you're here tonight, someone saw that in you too. Maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you haven't even got your products yet, and you're like, what have I done? I don't understand any of the numbers that Lori just shared. It's okay, neither do I. I'm not a numbers. I do girl math. That's how I do my math. And um, and if you don't know what girl math is, it just basically means if it's on sale, it's a good deal. That's what girl math is. But you don't have to know everything to get started. You guys, you just have to know how to apply the product and put it on your face. And you use the product, you talk about the product, you demo the product. That's how we do this business. And everything else will fall into place. All the numbers, your back office, all the details. You don't have to know all that stuff. I didn't even know how to log into my back office before I hit the equivalent of senior manager when I started in this industry. And it was really cool, logging into my back office for the first time. I was like, oh my gosh, there's money back here. Like this is a real thing. This is a real industry. So um I'm going to wrap it up and show you guys what you need to be focusing on right now. And so if you're on here, I started to say this, but if you're on here, maybe you haven't even got your products yet and you're thinking, what have I done? I don't understand what they're talking about. What am I doing? Somebody saw something special in you and you're here for a reason. And one of the things that I'm the most grateful to this industry for is the personal development that it gave me. And it taught me, posture and personal development and mindset and all these beautiful things a whole world that it introduced me to that I didn't even have a clue about before. So there's so much more that this industry is going to give you than just a paycheck, plus the friendships and the fun, all the things we do. Talk about fun. I'm going to talk about Vegas here in just a couple slides, but I do want to make sure that if you are just getting started, there is a little bit of strategy with the starter kit. So I don't want you to not know and then you come back later, you're like, why didn't anyone tell me? So I'm going to show you there's basically three different main options that you can get with the starter kit. So everywhere from the basic up to the premium kits. And basically, what's really cool is you guys get trip points with your starter kits. We didn't get that when we first got started, so pretty awesome that you get that. And when I say there's strategy that comes with this, because your whole goal, now you just learned about it, your whole goal is to lock in 20% or 30% for life as soon as possible. But the really cool thing are that these kits go towards locking in those percentages. And so for me, when I was getting started, I was like, oh my gosh, if I can get to the 20% as soon as possible, I'm going to double the amount that I'm going to earn. Or if I'm going to get to 30, I can triple the amount that I'm going to earn on the same amount of work. Well, the kits that you get go towards those points needed to lock that in. So some people see the strategy, they're like, I'm going to buy four of the big kits. I'm going to lock in 30% day one moving forward. I tell people, I'm like, understand the strategy, but don't not pay your utility bill. Do what's right for you. And so it's pretty cool that you guys get those trip points. You can see everything that's outlined on this. Now, this is US pricing. This is Canadian pricing. So These are on the drive that we talked about. You can get back to the person that invited you, and I'm sure they can share these with you too if you really want to do a deep dive. Now, here's the thing, you only have your first 30 days that you join to access these starter kits. So I know for me, when I joined, I grabbed a starter kit and then I went back before the 30 days up, I got another one. Because since we aren't required to have a subscription here, for me, I was like, now here's girl math is when I reason with myself. I'm like, well, I don't have to have a subscription like other companies do. So I'm going to buy all my product up front and I'm going to have, several months worth of product up front. And that's going to give me product to grow my business, to sample out for personal use. And of course, I went through my inventory pretty quickly because this is how we grow our business, is getting the product on faces. So you can see, speaking of faces, these are some of the most incredible before and after pictures. And you know what? If you don't know what to say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. A lot of times I follow up with just a picture and I'm like, holy cow, look at my friend Kate. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe, my friend MJ's results. And that picture will do a lot of the talking and a lot of the selling for you because people can see these results. So if a lot of times I always recommend say less, say less words and let the picture do a lot of the talking. So we have tons and tons of galleries, before and after pictures. So definitely tap into those. Ask your sponsor to get you those pictures. You can also check out We Are Riman on Instagram. That's their Instagram handle. And that's where you can find a lot of content there as well. So let's talk about the monthly event calendar. You can also find this in the drive, which Susan and Lori talked about. And this just kind of is an outline of what to expect. And we have a couple of calls that you can always plug into. One is the Tuesday night orientation. And then also every Thursday, we have an opportunity presentation. I believe this Thursday, I think it's Christy and Chris. So it should be a really great dynamic. I love when, you have the male female dynamic on there. So you can really tap into two different personality types. We also have a VIP presentation at HQ. So if you live in Irvine, you can attend that in person. I get FOMO. I wish we were closer to the corporate office, but we look at the pictures online. So okay, now here is where you better have a lot of FOMO if you don't go to this. So this is our Vegas event that's coming up in August. I think it's August 7th. And actually, I just have a slide on it. Let me see. What does it say? August 7th. Ooh, okay. I'm impressed I remember that. Okay, so here's the thing. You don't want to miss this. And let me tell you why. Because when I first got started in this industry, I knew nothing. I didn't know how to do sales or how to talk to people, or I didn't know anything about posture or mindset. And so the fastest way for me to grow my business is by getting to a live event, because what happens is it cuts your learning time in half, because you will learn a year's worth of information in a weekend. You will leave the event with the tools and the mindset that you need to go out and build your business. So every single time that I have ranked up in my business, or I have, added a zero onto my paycheck, I credit it to getting to a live event. If I ever feel stuck, I get to a live event. If I ever have low energy, you need to get to a live event, because sales is all about the transfer of belief. And whoever has the most belief in the room wins. And how do you get your belief and your posture up? By getting to a live event, by getting around other people who have that same belief surrounded around you, because you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So you want to make sure like you're mingling with these people, because I've had aha moments that completely changed my business, that helped me rank advance to top ranks in the company, all from a conversation that happened on the side. So you don't know who you're going to talk to in the hallway, or over a lunch break, or in the convention room. You don't know the speaker that's going to say something on stage that's going to just create a light bulb moment for you, where you're going to be like, I get it and I know what to do now. So highly recommend getting to this. You guys, they should charge way more than what we do going for this event. You can get your ticket for $99. Now, only until this Oh, no, these dates aren't right, but it's only until the end of the month. When does the end of the month end? Let's all look together. I don't want to make sure you guys don't miss this out of time. So Thursday night, so April 30th is when you can get a ticket for $99. After April 30th, on May 1st, the price of the ticket is going to go up. So if you do not have your Vegas ticket, buy it now. Buy it tonight, tomorrow, or before Thursday night before the price goes up. And if you are here and you're like, I don't want to go to Vegas alone, you can buy a 10 ticket bundle and bring 9 of your friends with you. And then you can get those tickets even cheaper. So, okay, we kind of talked about the calendar. So I want to make sure. So tonight is orientation. This is where you kind of learn some of the foundation, some of the basics of your business. On Thursday is going to be an opportunity presentation. So it's going to talk about why K-Beauty, why Riman, why now. It's going to create FOMO for people who aren't partnering with the brand. And so this is every Thursday. So you can count on that. Now this Wednesday, we have a special update Zoom. What does that mean? I'm not going to tell you. You have to come on Wednesday to the special update Zoom and you will find out exactly what this means. This is going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you take a picture of this, a screenshot of this. If you're brand new, this is really a great way to hit the ground running. And just look at the lineup of speakers on here. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to learn from every single one of these rock stars. Every time I hear them speak, I get nuggets. I get gold nuggets from my business. Now, we also have our corporate kickoff call that's going to happen this Friday, May 1st at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so put that down. That's going to tell you everything you need to know running into the month of May. And this is going to be with our corporate executives. So if you haven't heard, we have a promotion going on right now. So talk about incredible timing if you're just getting started. We have a Mother's Day promotion coming up since Mother's Day is around the corner, and we're running the promo early to give people time to get their gifts in time for Mother's Day. And okay, so we have a few different bundles. So one is the Radiance M100 kit. Now, what's really cool, this is the advanced line. This is like, I want to supercharge my results. I want to get rid of dark spots. This is the oil-based line, so it is more intensive. Some people use the dermatology line during the day, the Radiance at night. It comes with a free swag item. It comes in this beautiful box set. And I actually wanted one of these just specifically to have like at booths and trade shows because it looks beautiful sitting there. So the other thing that you can grab, they have a makeup bundle. It comes with a freebie. It comes with a ring light that clips on your phone. And then with the dermatology line, so this is the water-based line. It comes with not only the free pair of socks, but it comes with a free hand wash and 2 refills. I don't know if you guys realize this, there's 2 refill packs that come with that hand wash and a trio set of mini hand creams. Now, I'm so excited about this because this is a new scent, but it's 100% natural and it's very light. We were asking about the scent, but I'm so excited to have minis because how many of you were sad that you couldn't take your big bottle of Botolab on the plane with you? So now we have the minis to throw in our bags. So these are limited time offerings. What LTO offerings means is that you cannot get your hands on these again. So this is it. And once they sell out, it's gone. So these are available, until they're not. So grab them while you can. Now, if you have been here for just a few minutes, then you may know that we are expanding globally. These are just some of the countries that we're in, and they're just going to keep expanding because why are we expanding? Because K-Beauty is growing so fast and we have to keep up with the demand of K-Beauty that's growing globally. So I want to thank you so much for spending just a few minutes with us tonight on our orientation. I want to thank Susan and Lori for sharing, and we'll get the replay sent out to you guys. And welcome to Riman. I can't wait to meet you in person when we're all in Vegas. Thanks everyone and have a great night.